Can you really learn enduro techniques from videos? Is paid coaching much better or a waste of money? We think there are three main ways to improve your enduro skills. First, trial and error. Just keep riding and try to learn from your mistakes. You might have riding buddies who give you some tips, but essentially you are completely self-taught. Well, it works. There are plenty of professional racers who climb the ranks this way. The main problem? It's definitely slower, and there's a high chance of using poor technique and not being aware of it. A good example is sitting versus standing. I know some very fast riders who almost never stand on the foot pegs. There's no way I can catch them when they hit the throttle, but they could be even faster if they did stand on the foot pegs more. Second, learning through videos or reading magazine articles. You can learn much faster this way, especially for new riders who have not learned bad habits yet. 10 years ago, our group decided to get into hard enduro, and we constantly watched the training vids we could find from trials riders and hard enduro riders. Yep, we could see the rapid improvement in our enduro skills. The problem? There were still techniques we couldn't get right, and we didn't realise until we had some professional coaching. So, the third option, professional coaching. 9 years ago, Chris Birch came to Australia and we had a whole weekend of enduro training. The good news was he could see we had learned many basics by ourselves, but he had to make constant corrections to our technique. The weird thing is we kept saying, "But I am doing that." Then Chris would film us on his tablet and show us the mistakes. Some examples? Basic body positioning. It's important to keep your legs slightly bent and your body to the rear, but we usually had our legs straight and leaned forward. Cornering when seated. Chris kept saying, "Slide forward on the seat and weight that front wheel." We thought we were sliding forward, but no, the video evidence showed we were still in the middle part of the seat. It felt very weird to have our gonads so close to the handlebars, but we could feel the improvement immediately. And log hopping. It's really important to hit big logs at a certain spot to get the suspension compressing correctly. I thought I was doing this correctly, but in reality my front wheel was barely touching the log. Chris kept pushing me to hit the log lower, and suddenly, wow, what a difference. We didn't learn many new techniques that weekend. Instead, the focus was trying to unlearn all the mistakes we had picked up. Chris suggested we make a list of the 5 biggest mistakes and tape it to our handlebars. Apparently, it's very easy to fall back into bad habits unless you constantly remind yourself. I know a few riders who attend Chris Birch's training sessions every 2 years. They aren't learning any new techniques, they are just ensuring they still have the right technique and haven't fallen into old habits. It can be expensive though. As a starving YouTube artist, I can't afford regular paid coaching. And riders in remote areas often won't have access to enduro coaches. My suggestion? If you have riding buddies who are serious about learning, arrange your own training rides and give each other feedback. For example, choose a big log. See if you are hitting the right spot with the front wheel. Is the body positioning correct? Is the suspension being compressed at the right time with body weighting? If you are really serious, film each other on your phones and watch it in slow motion. You won't be getting the feedback of a professional coach, but I reckon it could be a pretty good substitute if you're on a budget. Regular viewers will know I have about 100 enduro training vids. I have these organised into basic, mid-level and advanced enduro skills. Some of the videos are quite old now, but they should still be pretty relevant. They're based on what we could learn from various enduro coaches over the years. Some of the very old vids could be updated, but frankly, it's a daunting task. I might get around to it one day. So, what's your preference? Trial and error? Training vids? Or paid coaching? Do you have bad habits you keep falling back into? What made the biggest difference in your riding? Keen to hear about your experiences.